देवलंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना देवा पूर्ण करे मन कामना देवा पूर्ण करे मन कामना देवलंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना देवलंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना हे मन भावन कब पति सेवना हे मन भावन कब पति सेवना विद्या जाविक जानना देवा विद्या जाविक जानना देवा लंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना देवा लंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना लंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना देवा लंबोदर गिरिजा नंदना एक Krishna, Jai Ho Vrindavan. Hare Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Ho Vrindavan. तुम हो जगत के दाता। आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो, आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो, तुम हो जगत के दाता।
Respected Pandits, elders, Matajis, Pitarjis, brothers, sisters, and their children, Sitaram to all. Today, as I stand here, my heart is filled with deep emotion, gratitude, and devotion. On behalf of my father, Mr. Padlo Roopnarine, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this sacred Lord Krishna Satsang. This gathering is more than a function. It is a reflection of our journey, our culture, and the unbroken faith of our ancestors who held on to Hinduism and Dharma through generations. Our ancestors may not have had much in material things, but one thing we can say for sure is that they were very rich in faith. In small homes and simple surroundings, they lit diyas, sang bhajans, read sacred scriptures, and called on the Lord's name. Many of them faced hardships we may never fully understand, yet they never allow themselves to let go of Sri Bhagwan's name. Because of them, we know who we are. Because of them, we know how to pray. Because of them, we know the value of devotion, respect, and righteous living. It is because of their sacrifices, because of their faith, we are able to sit here today, call upon Lord Krishna's name, and feel very proud of who we are. When we gather like this, it is not for ourselves. It is for those who came before us and those who will come after us. Our ancestors may not be physically here, but their blessings, their prayers, and their strength live within us. This satsang aims to teach our children specifically where they came from, feel proud of their culture, and learn the values of respect, unity, devotion, and righteousness. Dharma is not only in rituals. It is how we treat each other, how we live honestly, and how we keep Bhagwan in our hearts every day. Lord Krishna teaches us love, compassion, courage, and surrender. In his Leelas and in the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, he reminds us that no matter what challenges come, if we hold on to faith, he will always guide us. By chanting his name, we are continuing the work that our ancestors started. We are honoring them, and we are keeping the light of Hinduism burning. Let this satsang touch our hearts deeply. Let it remind us to keep our traditions alive. Let it inspire us to teach our children devotion, respect, and Dharma. Let it unite us all as one spiritual family. May Lord Krishna bless every home represented here today. May he bless our elders with strength and great health, our children with wisdom and compassion, and our community with unity and peace. With folded hands and deep devotion, I welcome you all to this sacred satsang. Let us begin the satsang by remembering our beloved Lord together. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai, Gajananda Swami ki jai. Let us bring our thoughts together, Bhaiya, as we think of the form of Ganesh Bhagavan, asking for his blessings, that in every step that we make, we need his grace, his guidance, and inspiration. That Bhagavan, your great katha has been able to enlighten us in the past, and the message that you bring in your katha that will continue, may it be able to bring us and make us all into better beings as we travel the course of life. We bow to you, Bhagavan. Be pleased with our prayer. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sri Maha Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Sri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namaha. Narayan Jai Narayan, O Narayan Sri Narayan, Narayan Jai Narayan,
Narayan Shri Narayan,
Narayan Jai Narayan, Narayan Sri Narayan, Narayan,
Narayan Shri Narayan,
Narayan Jai Narayan, O Narayan Sri Narayan, Narayan Jai Narayan, Vidhi Hari Har Ganapati Gira, प्रेम सहित सिर नाय, कथा महापुराण की भाषा लिखत बनाए। एक घड़ी आधो घड़ी पुनियाधो में आध, तुलसी संगत साध के कटे कोटि अपराध। नारायण जय नारायण, नारायण श्री नारायण, नारायण जय नारायण, नारायण श्री नारायण, नारायण जय नारायण,
Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Jai Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan.
बोलो श्री गजानंद स्वामी की जय। We think of Ganesh Bhagavan as the first form that guides us throughout the course of time. But during the course of the puja of Sri Ganesh, Sri Krishna was one of the main persons who introduced and spoke highly of the puja of Sri Ganesh. In the Ganesh Mahapuran, Sri Krishna was relating the katha of Sri Ganesh ji to the Pandava brothers. And he kept informing them at each interval of the time when the worship for Sri Ganesh ji is to be done, that there are special things that are to be done in each month of the year. So, the worship in each month has its own kind of benefits, it has its own kind of method in doing, and also it has its own results that it gives. But all in all, it brings unending results to the devotee who puts their mind, their thoughts, their devotion in prayer to Sri Ganesh Bhagavan. And Sri Krishna Bhagavan is telling to Mata Parvati that the months in the year has great significance. So it started out in the month of Bhado as the first one of the month. And then it went to the month of Ashwan. But the month of Ashwan is also related or told about as Pitra Paksh. So in that time, there is also a Ganesh Puja that is being done. And so it is said that Shri Krishna ji ne kaha tha, he said to his mother about the puja of Sri Ganesh ji in the month of Ashwan. And the method of the puja is being carried out in the same manner in which you perform the puja in the other months as well. And the fasting is very special. Because this in itself, Sri Krishna is telling to Raja Yudhishthira and the Pandava brothers too, that I myself had done this prayer in order to overcome difficulties that there were in the family. Imagine Sri Krishna being Param Avatar. And he's saying that in order to overcome the difficulties in the family, I myself did Ganesh Puja in the month of Ashwan. it so happened that in this katha, Sri Krishna is telling about his grandson. His grandson's name was Anirudh. And Banasur is known to be the son of one of the sons of Raja Bali. Now, Raja Bali is told about in the Bhagavad Mahapuran. He is told about in the Shiva Puran because he was Kanau in the Shiva Puran and he came later in the Bhagavad Puran as Raja Bali. The same Kanau came as Raja Bali. The son of Sri Krishna, he was Kamdev in the previous time. And he came as the grandson of Sri Krishna. And Banasura was a great devotee of Shivji. He performed great amount of tapasya, great amount of penance, that Shiv Bhagavan was very pleased with him and told, ask for what you want, my son, it shall be yours. When Banasur heard these words from Shivji, and knowing that he had made Shivji very pleased, he said, I want that I will not be defeated by anyone. The first thing that happened is the ego came up. And this is what took place, that he asked for something which he did not know that he cannot handle. But once you are making steps to God, He keeps you in track and helps you that you will not fall. The abhiman will grow. The abhiman or the false pride will go. But He keeps you in place as a devotee of His. And so He blessed him. He gave him the power of thousands of arms. And Banasur began to cut here all over. The devotees had to run this side, that side. But he was a devoted person still. With his devotion, he never allowed his devotion to decline. And he believed wholeheartedly in Shivji. So Shivji blessed him. And the time came now, Banasur had a daughter. Her name was Usha. Now, if anybody named Usha, we're not talking about you, Bhaiya. So, this is the daughter of Banasur. So, Usha was blessed because she was sent by her parents to Shivji and Parvati to be educated as their guru, the teacher. So, Ma Parvati and Shivji used to teach her. She reached the age of 12, and then she went on growing up a little more. And she kept observing Shivji and Parvati and the way in which they were communicating together. And great amount of attachment came to her mind. And she began to think, if I should have a beloved, I will treat him just like this. And Devi Parvati Ma, recognizing what was taking place in her mind, tell her daughter, don't worry, you are going to see your beloved in your dreams someday to come soon. Just keep doing your devotion and you are going to see him in your dream. It so happened, she never actually saw the grandson of Sri Krishna, Anirudh. But on this day, it so happened that she went to sleep thinking of what Ma Parvati had told to her, and the thoughts about her beloved started to come. And in her dream now, she saw herself getting married to Anirudh, who is the grandson of Sri Krishna. When she woke up from the dream, there was nothing. She was still in her room. But her friend, who is known as Chitralekha, who was a master and could have been able to sketch anything that you tell her about. She can sketch the figure and everything and put it down and let you see exactly what you have spoken about. She will sketch it out nicely. If you describe anything, she will put it and let it be visible that you can be able to see all that you have said in her sketches. So Chitralekha told her friend, let me know what is troubling you. You got up in a different mood. You look to be sad. And now, what is troubling you? What is haunting your mind so much? So then she opened up to her friend and told, I saw my beloved in the dream. And I will describe him to you. And she started to describe. Chitralekha began to draw up many pictures. None of them suited except the last one which she made. It was the grandson of Sri Krishna, who was Anirudh. So she said that I love this person and I want this person to be my beloved. I was told by Ma Parvati that my beloved will come to me in my dream. And this is the person I want for my beloved. I do not want anybody else. So she said, all right, how can I help you then? Well, you know some black magic. You know some tantras. You can be able to capture him and bring him come to me. He said, all right, I'll try. But remember, Sri Krishna is guarding his palace himself. And that is not easy to pass by him without being noticed. So I have to be very careful. So you have to give me some time. So she tried and did whatever she could have managed. And she was able to create an atmosphere of darkness. And so she pulled the bed which Anirudh was lying on together with him and brought him into the palace. It so happened some time passed. It was about 4 months. And Sri Krishna is not seeing his grandson. Rukmini is not seeing her grandson. And they were looking this side, that side and wondering, where can I find this child? Where has he gone to? Did he become angry and go away somewhere? What has taken place? And so they got together, the family, and began to speak about it, that even his bed is missing. So Sri Krishna, very intelligent and very knowledgeable, although he knows everything, yet still he is very patient. And he listens to everything that is being said. And then he decides, as Rishi Narad came to them and told that your grandson at this time is in the palace of Banasur, and his daughter, whose name is Usha, she secretly gets married to him and has him in her captivity. So when the guards and the others in the palace of Banasur observed what was taking place, that there was nobody there, and they could not see, they were hearing a male voice, and they could not see anybody around, they began to suspect something. And so in this suspicion, they realized that there was somebody in the room with the daughter of Banasur, who is Usha. So as this went on for some time, news went very fast to Banasur that your daughter has captured a young man, very handsome, very muscular, and he is in the palace room with her. When Banasur came, he noticed the young man, and he was very impressed with the way in which he looked, but he began to think, if this is the grandson of Sri Krishna, then there will surely be a war that is going to take place with myself and him. But Sri Krishna now, in order to please Rukmini and to do whatever he had to do, the first thing he decided, since this is the lamenting situation that is there in the palace, I must do something. So Narad Baba did advise to do Ganesh Puja in the month of Ashwan. That is in the Pitru Paksh time, 4th astrological day, to do Ganesh Ji Puja. So Sri Krishna organized everything and did the Brat and did the Puja of Sri Ganesh Ji. And there is a special mantra that is there for all difficulties. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Nama Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Nama Ashta Vinayaka Namo Nama Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namo Nama
Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Nama Ashta Vinayaka Namo Nama Ganapati Bappa Moria. Param Dhamma Parabdhamma Parisham Paramishwaram. Param Dhamma Parabdhamma Parisham Paramishwaram. Vigna Nigna Karam Shantam Pushtam Kantamanantakam. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Sura Surendra Siddhendra Stutam Samit Parat Param. Sura Surendra Siddhendra Stutam Samit Parat Param. Sur Padma Dinesham Cha Ganeshaya Mangalam. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namo Nama
Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Ganapati Bappa Moria. Bolo Sri Gajananda Swami Ki Jai. So this is a special prayer. It is said in the morning time, if a person could remember to chant this prayer, and they would do it in the morning time, all obstacles will be removed from their path, and the day will be a very beautiful and successful day for them. So this is a very special prayer. And Sri Krishna performed the puja of Sri Ganesh Ji, chanting this prayer and seeking the help to overcome the difficulties. Because one, if a person has to go to fight with a devotee of Shivji, you have to be really careful. If you are going to fight with a devotee of Lord Vishnu, you have to be careful. You have to please Lord Vishnu. You have to please Shivji. You have to start by Ganesh Ji first. And in order to overcome the difficulties, the first step is Bighna Harana Gauriti Nandan. That is, Ganesh Ji has to remove the obstacles and difficulties from the path. And Sri Krishna did exactly that and performed the puja of Sri Ganesh Ji. It is said in this month of Ashwan, they take Hardi and Durva ke Ankur, the Durva, and hardi mixed together with ghee, and you do havan, and you gain all kind of great success when the havan is being done with the durba and the hardi mixed together in that month of Ashwan. It gives special kind of benefits. And so Sri Krishna performed his puja, did the devotion and everything as he was told by the rishi. And so after performing the puja, he then set himself forward to go in search of his grandson, sending messengers all around first, and then finally he reached to Banasura's territory. When he reached to that region, it is said he had joined forces with other troops, 12 of them, joined together, because Banasura was very powerful, and being a devotee of Shivji and having the power of thousands of arms in him, it was not an easy task. But Sri Krishna knew the way, and he went forward for this purpose. As he went and he entered, you had a great fight. Even Shiva by himself came to fight with Sri Krishna. But after some time of the fight, and they realizing, they are telling to each other, this is a devotee of mine. Shivji is telling, this is a devotee of mine. Please take care of him. I have given him this promise that I will protect him. So when when Sri Krishna heard this from Shivji, Banasura at that time, with his thousands of arms, he sent out arrows from all around. Sri Krishna used his chakra and cut all the arrows, and at the same time, he started to cut off the arms of Banasura and left him with only 4 of them. So, in this way, he broke the pride now of Banasura, that you have to become humble. And now Banasura now recognizes that Shivji has told to Sri Krishna about he being protected by him. Banasura now humbled himself and went to Sri Krishna in a very humble manner, and so he carried him to his palace, reached to his daughter and the son, Sri Krishna's son Anirudh, brought them out, put them in a nice seated chariot, and so in a very loving and blessed way, he blessed them and bid them farewell as Sri Krishna returned to Dwarikapuri together with his grandson Anirudh, and the newly-wed daughter-in-law that he brought, that is his granddaughter-in-law that he brought to the house and the family. He was then welcomed with flags, and in a very grand way, Anirudh and his consort, who is Usha, was welcomed in Dwarikapuri. So this is how this katha is, where Sri Krishna himself did the puja of Sri Ganeshji in the month of Ashwan. Sometimes we are told, you can't do puja in this time, you can't do certain things in this. Sometimes we are also told, not only for the month of Ashwan, but other months too. But the Ganesh Mahapuran has katha for each one of the month, whether you call it Adhik Mas, whether you call it Khalmas, whether you call it Ashwan month or Pitra Paksh, they are katha for each of the 12 months of the year. And it has the prescribed way in which the puja is being done. And Sri Krishna himself imparted this wisdom to Arjun, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev, the 5 Pandava brothers, and Draupadi. And so, in giving that information, they themselves did this to overcome their difficulties that they had in Hastinapur. And they were able to gain back their kingdom which they had lost. So this is our Katha. This is what it is telling us, that puja to Ganesh Baba is important. Sri Krishna himself mentioned this, and I am told I have a half hour. So my time is to stop. Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Nath Narayan Vasudeva. प्रेम से बोले श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. I was told I have 5 minutes. Pablo ji, all respected Pandits, our beloved Vyasi, Pandit Parasram ji, we touch your holy feet with all humility and love, and of course that of Pandit Navin, Umadat Maharaj ji, and to all our respected elders. One of our most senior Pandits with us this evening, my beloved Kaka Shri Pandit Narayan Prasad Sharma ji. Panditji's Katha was indeed very beautiful, short but very beautiful, and certainly applicable to each month of the year for the worship of Bhagwan Shri Ganesh. And as he iterated, that there is never a time, in other words, what Panditji was saying, based on the Ganesh Puran, there is never a time to not worship Shri Ganesha. There is never a time to not chant the name of Bhagwan Ganesh. And the name of Bhagwan Ganesh indeed is so very powerful that by chanting his name, obstacles are removed from our lives. And he gave the Bij mantra, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. By chanting this Bij mantra, we are protected with wisdom. We are protected with the grace of Shri Ganesha, that the obstacles that may affect our lives will be removed. But let us be realistic. There are many people who pray, Baba. There are many people who pray and chant the God's name, and yet they seem troubled like that. Isn't it? Lots of people pray, they chant God's name, and like the more they pray, is the more trouble they see. How do we explain that? While the Ganesh Puran is saying, chant the name of Bhagwan and the obstacles of your life will be removed. We cannot conclude that the Ganesh Puran is wrong, but we see that in reality, that sometimes when we pray, obstacles keeps on coming our way. And if we were to ask the young children, the youths and the youngsters who are here tonight, they will say, well, that's true. But I will say that in every class, at the end of each week, or at the end of each fortnight, at the end of each month, there is always an exam. So the more you study, is the more exams you will have. The more we study, is the more we are tested. And for the children to understand that when we pray, exams do come in our lives and challenges do come in our lives. When the exam time comes, we have so many Pandits who are teachers here. Pandit Navinji himself is a teacher, and of course, Pandit Rishiji and other Pandits who are here, so many others. You see, the thing is, my friends, when the teacher says exam time, you can't get up and walk out the class or drop out of school. When the exams and challenges of life were to come, we can't drop out of life. We can't jump out of the situation. The situation is in us. We are in the situation. And we cannot give up. Is what Panditji have demonstrated tonight from this one prayer and the instructions given by Bhagwan Krishna himself, that never stop praying to Bhagwan Ganesh, regardless to whatever the time is, and regardless to wherever the place is, chant the name of Bhagwan. This is what I have gathered from your Katha, Panditji, and this is what I would remember in my mind from this evening's Katha, that regardless to whatever happens, never stop chanting. And one other thing I would add is that, perhaps, the more we chant, is the more we clean. The more we chant, is the more we clean. Clean what? Clean the antakaran, Panditji said. Cleaning the inner equipment. The more we chant is the more we clean. My friends, the only person who could clean you is, girls, the only person who can clean you is who? Self. The only person who can clean you is you. And that's why Bhagwan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Uddharedatmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet atmaiva patmano bandhuhu atmaiva puratmanaha. You are your own, you are a friend to yourself, and you are your worst enemy. Uddharedatmanatmanam. Lift yourself by yourself. And friends, the only person, girls, the only person to lift you is who? Not Daddy, yeah? The only person to lift you is you. But he is not talking about a physical lifting. He is talking about a mental lifting. Friends, as we go deeper into Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga now start, As we go deeper into Kali Yuga, you will see more drama happening. As we go deeper into Kali Yuga, we will see more blackness happening. As we go deeper into Kali Yuga, we will see more negative happening. And in spite of every one of us here in Satsang, night after night, week after week, year after year, Shivratri after Shivratri, Navratri after Navratri, Krishna Janmashtami after Krishna Janmashtami, Hanuman Jayanti after Hanuman Jayanti, year after year, it is more intense cleaning we have to do, because Kali Yuga is getting darker and darker and darker. And Bhaiya Amar, when the place gets dark, what do? Put on the light. Friends, let us all put on our inner light. Let us put on our inner light. And the only person who could put on your light is who? You yourself. Let's all put on our spiritual light. Friends, this is the only light that could remove the darkness from the inside. This is the only light that could remove the darkness from the inside. And Panditji tonight gave us a light. Let us use that mantra every day so that the inner light will shine to remove the darkness, that we could lift ourselves day by day, forget day by day, moment by moment. The way life going now, Baba? Moment by moment. And so, when we chant the Lord's name, this is the only way we can lift ourselves. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Let's all chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Ganganapataye Namo Namah. Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah. Ashtavinayak Namo Namah. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Let's all pray. Let's light the light internally to dispel the darkness from within. Oh Ganesh Baba, hey Krishna, please protect us all. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah. Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namah. Ashtavinayak Namo Namah. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Ganapati Bappa Moria. One mantra for the benefit of the Pitras of Bhaiya Pablo, the soul of his mother, the soul of his father, and his Pitras. Om कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालो त्वम् अगतिनां गतिर्भव संसारार्णवमग्नानां प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तमम् अनादिनिधनो देवः शङ्खचक्रगदाधरः अक्षय पुण्डरीकाक्ष पितृमोक्ष प्रदो भव ओम। Hand over to Navinji.
एक बार बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. Just all bow our heads and pray. Beautiful verse that we chant for Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Kasturi tilakam lalat patale vakshastale kaustubham नासाग्रे कर्ममोक्तिकं वेणुतले वेणुकले कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कन्ते च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्रे परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूडामणि गोविन्दं गोकुलानन्दं गोपालं गोपीवल्लभं गोवर्धनमोदरं देवं तं वन्दे गोमते प्रियम्. All of us together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Officiating Pandit, Pandit Parasram Maharaj, my elder brother and of course a colleague in Dharma, Pandit Abhidanand Prasad Sharma ji, beautifully of course share with you wonderful an excerpt of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And perhaps where he ended, I should also share that I got no time limit. But I will not keep you waited for very long. And where he ended off actually captures the synopsis of the family's conviction in honoring their departed Pitaras. But before I get to that, I have the task of welcoming all of our Pandits. Pandit Narayan Prasad Sharma ji, most respected and elderly. My Kaka Pandit Devdat, who sits inside. They are two of our most senior Pandits that are present with us. The Secretary of the Pandits Parishad, Pandit Rishi Maharaj ji. Pandit Justice Devendra Ramprasad ji, who is here with us. And in no particular order now, Pandit Devachan ji, Pandit Rutranath and his Dharmapatni, who is here together with him. Pandit Himraj, my colleague in education, Pandit Abhidanand alluded to the fact that a number of our teachers, Pandit Himraj also is in that, together with his Dharmapatni, Pandit Dinesh Sharma ji and his Dharmapatni, who is one of our foremost educators. She actually was at the Faculty of Education at the University of the West Indies. Still is Dr. Sharma? Yes, Dr. Sharma is still there. And their father, Pandit Baldat, who is located, of course, behind. Pandit Rajesh, a cousin to Pandit Abhidanand, and no stranger to the home and to the family. Sri Chandresh Sharma, who is here with us. On the Bedi, my younger brother, Pandit Rohit Maharaj ji. Pandit Naresh, who is no stranger, also, of course, comes from a prominent Pandit family. Pandit Ishwar, who is here, of course, no stranger to us as well. To each and every one of you, my dear friends, members of family, loved ones, Shri Anand Maharaj ji, who I saw somewhere wrong, Shri Dev Gosain ji, who is here together with his Dharma Patni, who I think my eyes fell upon, devotees of God. Indeed, it's our pleasure and the family's pleasure to have you here. You would have heard from one of the daughters of the family, Anu, when she welcomed you. Pandit Pratish, the son of course, of our officiating Vyas, this evening also seated on stage. Before I ask our Pandits, few of our Pandits, of course, to share a blessing with the home and the family, when the main Yajman speaks, he will share with you what is the purpose for why we have all gathered here. Anu alluded to it a little bit in the beginning, but he will share with you. In the Mahabharata, there is a very beautiful illustration of a particular verse that even finds itself on the Supreme Court of the Republic of India. Yataha dharma stato Krishna, or yataha Krishna stato dharmo. Wherever there is Krishna, there is dharma. Tato dharmo stitaha jayaha. And wherever there is dharma, there is victory. Panditji alluded in his katha, of course, to many wonderful excerpts. But those who follow the path of dharma, sometimes that dharma can become confusing, as we have seen in many aspects of our scripture. The very dharma can also destroy us, in as much as it can uplift us, as Pandit Abhiranand referred to. Only when Krishna is with you, yataha Krishna stato dharma. That's why Yajman chose Sri Krishna to worship. Bhagavan Sri Krishna represents the sum totality of everything. All others have emerged from him. And when that dharma, or a family stands with that dharma, or they walk along the path of that dharma, even for us as Pandits, when we walk along and we are guided by that dharma takes us verily to victory and to God. In the Suraj Puran, Sud Devata Sumido Tohi Sumidate Jnana Buddhi Dehu Mohi Jyoti Swarup Bala Balavana Agni Pratapa Teja Samada. In one of the verses it mentions Dharma Dudandar Parama Sushila. One of the blessings that is given by one who follows the path of Dharma is that home or that family becomes what is known or characterized by Dharma Dhurandhar. Dharam Dhurandhar means one who uplifts, who serves, and who maintains their Dharma. And this is the purpose, of course, Pandit Abhiranand alluded as well, to uplifting ourselves. When we uplift ourselves, we in turn uplift Dharma and we uplift each other. And this is the broad umbrella of Satya, Sanatan, Dharma. Bhagavan Sri Krishna also mentions, what great men do, others will follow. What great men do, others will follow. But it starts with us, each and every one of us. Manmana, Mad Bhakto, Mad Yaji, Mam Namaskuru, Mame Vaishwasi Yukta Evam, Atmanam Parayanaha. You must Atmanam Parayanaha. Your soul must dive. You must forge the connection. This is why he says, Manmana Mad Bhakto. Focus your mind on me. Channel your bhakti, your devotion towards me and your Atma. Even in the 15th chapter, which I think all of us as Pandits know, Yat Gatva Nivartante Tadham Paramam Mama. When one follows the path of that Dharma and they walk verily as that which has been outlined by Sri Krishna, then they attain Paramam Gati, the ultimate state. There is no return for such souls. So indeed we are blessed, of course, to be in the company of our illustrious Pandits and members of the family. Before, we are not going to keep you seated for very long. Let me, of course, seek the blessings, ask for the blessings of the seniors. Without their forbearance, Rishi and I, Rishi is, of course, we laze all the time on matters, and we often share together with our younger colleagues that without the sacrifice and toils of our older Pandits, we could not have been in the position that we are in Sanatan Dharma. Just like without the sacrifices Anu mentioned in the beginning, without the toils and the sacrifices of the members of families that have gone, notable families, and even ones that are not notable, the sacrifices by our forebearers, if they were not there, it could not have laid the foundation for what we are now. So I want to seek and ask, of course, your indulgence for a few moments. I want to ask Pandit Narayan Prasad Sharma to share a little prayer with us, in whatever way or form that he wishes. We will come to you, Baba. You have earned that position.
Bole Sri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai, Aryama Bhagwan ki jai, Sarva Pitran ki jai. So many Pandits to call. Panditji have introduced all the Pandits and their Dharma Patni and so on. So no problem, wonderful job. Pandits, my good friend, we grew together. I knew his father, mother, Aji, Nana, and all these things. We from Avocat, he from Avocat. Pandit, my nephew, Abhiranand, Pandit here. Oh my God. So wonderful there, and so many other Pandits. I am asked to offer a prayer. Let us all pray for all the ancestors of ours. May you bow head as I chant both of prayer. Hare Om. Praying to Lord Krishna. Hare Om. Vanshi Vibhushita Karanna Vanirada Pitambara Dharna Bimba Phaladharostat Purnendu Sundara Mukhadara Vindra Netrat Krishnat Parang Kimapi Tattvamahang na janem. Bole Sri Krishna Chan Bhagwan ki jai. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, Panditji. Very, very beautiful. His Holiness the Dharmachar often remarks to us that some of the most beautiful slokas that are known by the older Pandits is possessed within his storehouse of beautiful verses. That's a beautiful verse for Vanshi Vibhushata Karanav that the older Pandits used to recite, of course, that we, the younger ones, have the privilege of listening to. My Kaka, that is Pandit Abhedanand's Kaka, my Kaka is also present here. Pandit Abhedanand mentioned the fickle nature of life and how things are unfolding these days. Sometimes we see someone today, we don't see them tomorrow. And similarly, of course, with the cadre of Pandits that we are having, they have now occupied the exalted seat as our seniors. So I want to ask him, of course, to share a prayer. Pablo and him share a very wonderful friendship and connection. I want to ask him, of course, to share a prayer with us this evening.
Supreme Subolo Sri Gajanan Swami ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai. Panditji had introduced everyone. It makes sense that I go do the same thing again. And Vedanand is watching me. He tell me I had 3 minutes. So what I will do at this point in time, so many things have been said about our Dharma, about our religion, about our text, how great it is, and if we follow the same, what will be the result as we continue to strive towards realization. At this point in time, I will ask you all, let me all bow our heads in prayer in the name of the Lord, Bhagwan Sri Gajananji, and may He continue to bless us and to remove the obstacles of life, so that you and I may be able to traverse this material world very successfully. So may we join in this prayer. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gungavamahe. Priyanam Tva Priyapati Gungavamahe. Nirinam Tva Niripati Gungavamahe. Vaso Mama Avaham Jani Garvarama Yaktva Garvaram. He Krishna Kamalapate Arupate Sritapate Sripate Vaikuntha Dipate Characharpate Lakshmipate Paimam. Prem se bolo Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Prem se bolo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Panditji. We're also blessed to have with us in our company Pandit Atma, who just joined us. Panditji, it's indeed our blessing to have you and the family's blessing. I promised you that we would not keep you seated for very long. Protocol, of course, a little bit I have to follow once I am given a little bit of leeway. So I want to invite the Secretary of the Pandits Parishad to share with us a few words. He also, I think all of us here, I don't think there's any one of us here who don't have a relationship with this esteemed gentleman, although he dressed in yellow and all of us in a different color, but I don't think there's anyone here that does not share a relationship with this young man. So let me invite, of course, Pandit Rishi Maharaji, Secretary of the Pandit Parishad of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, to share a few words with you.
Bindravan Bihari Lal Ki, our esteemed Vyasji, His Holiness our Pandit Parasram, President of the Pandits Parishad, Pandit Navinu Vadat, Pandit Abhedanand, Brahman Samaj, Pandit Samaj, all our respected Pandits, elders, devotees who are here this evening. Like yourself, I am extremely happy to be here with Padlo and his family to share in this wonderful evening of puja and, of course, beautiful messages coming from the three beautiful singhasanas that have been put before us today. Hearing the messages coming from our three Pandits, all in alignment, of course, and giving us all the motivation, encouragement, and all the wisdom that we need to move ourselves forward in this journey of life. As we assemble here this evening, of course, it is through the blessings of Padlo and his family, and much is being said about the Pitras and paying tribute to our Pitras, our ancestors, also about Bhagavan Shri Ganesh Ji, who's Pratham Puja. So many beautiful messages, but this evening, having heard all of this and beautiful messages coming from the Singhasan, it is only my wish to offer a short prayer as I say how happy I am here to be with this family and amongst so many of our respected and elderly Pandits. Let us bow our heads and for a few moments as we close our eyes, we contemplate on Sri Krishna, to whose lotus feet we surrender, we submit ourselves in prayer. Harihi Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanur Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Guru Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bhangulam Gayati Girim Yata Kripatamaham Bande Paramananda Madhavam Gita Ganga Chagayitri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahma Bali Trisandhya Mukha Gihani Adramatra Chidananda Bhavagani Bhayanashani Viratrahi Parananta Tatvartha Jnana Manjarim Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Bindravan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.
Thank you very much, Panditji. And before I ask, of course, Main Yajman, I came from a home, my father was a full-time Pandit. My Aja, my uncles, they are all, just like Pandit Parasram, all they did their lives were Panditai. They didn't do anything else. And they kept Dharma flowing by that. My own family, of course, and Pandit Abhidanand would share the same. His father would also be full-time Pandit, Pandit Narayan Prasad. Same thing. And thankfully, because of that, Dharma remains firm. There are some of us, however, who bridged the gap, if you want to say as such. Pandit Rishi, myself, Pandit Naresh, Pandit Rohit, Pandit Rudranath, Pandit Hemraj, Justice Devendra Rampasad, we did both. We had our careers. We branched off into a career, and we maintained Panditai as well. So we mix a little bit of the secular and the spiritual. It's important because the way the Hindu society is unfolding, you must have a mix of both for the future Pandits. Pandit Rishi and I were talking this morning. Our younger Pandits, they must have the spiritual and the knowledge, the guidance, the knowledge of Sanskrit and all of these things. But the society is changing. The former Secretary General used to use a term, Deshakal, Samay, Vichar. Society unfolds, and with it comes changes. Pandit Abhidanand referred to Kali Yuga. The influence of that is also powerful. And as such, of course, our younger Pandits, we require them, and it is required that to meet the flock that is now coming, they must have at least, of course, some knowledge of those that they are serving, and hence that is what gives rise to young Pandits like Pandit Rohit and Pandit Ishwar. They have chosen secular aspirations. They follow the path of acquiring education, academic knowledge, but they also, of course, stay the path of spirituality, and that is important. The mix is what gives us truly the blessing. The spiritual path is the prioritized path. In spite of what we may have academic, Pandit Abhidanand alluded to the fact that we are teachers, but this comes first. Dharma comes first. Irrespective of the career that we hold, Dharma is first and foremost. We are privileged, of course, to have one of our Pandits amongst us who occupies the exalted office of being a High Court judge, a justice. And when a Hindu rises to such a position, especially a Pandit, it is indeed admirable, as many of our Pandits, he is not limited in this field. Now a number of our Pandits have journeyed and they have begun to enter into and make their mark into the professions that they have gone. Don't think some of the Pandits sitting in front of him, as a teacher like myself, Pandit Rudranath was employed at Petrotrin. So they would have each made their own mark. So this evening, I want to ask him, of course, to share a blessing, a home. He lives not too far from here, so we're actually in his home. I want to ask him, of course, to share a few words with us this evening, perhaps a blessing as well at the end. Panditji.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Sitaram, everyone. Pandit Parasram Ji, it's an honor always to be in your presence, because you are such a fountain of knowledge and of practice and procedure in Sanatana Dharma. I look up to you whenever I see you. Even now, when I see you and I see you going strong, I know you have set an example to all of us as we are to follow. Pandit Abhidanand Ji, Pandit Navin, you all are continuing, you both are continuing the message of Sanatana Dharma in a way that makes us all feel proud. I'm happy to be in your company, and in the company of all these esteemed Pandits who are here, and the people who are here as well, because it's important for you that you have come tonight to join in a very wonderful gathering in a holy name, Krishna Bhagwan. You know, when I remember when I was in London studying, doing law, one night I was in my room, and in that room, it was Krishna Janmashtami night. I couldn't find at that point in time transport to get to Mandir. And it was Janmashtami night. And I remember feeling his presence in the room as bhajans were being sung. At that time, there was no internet for us to live stream. Now, we are blessed that whichever part of the world that we are able to join together as tonight to keep the name of God in our hearts and our minds. And Pandit Navin has just made a very good point, because we need, as followers of Sanatana Dharma, to understand that this world continues to change. And we need to continue to tell this changing world that Sanatana Dharma is Sanatan. It is everlasting. And for it to remain everlasting, it means that its strength and its truths are also Sanatan. But many people, I just had a conversation with some young people trying to find out from them, what would make you want to go to Mandir? What would make you want to come to puja? And the challenge for us as followers of Sanatana Dharma, as I see young people who are here, some will say, because mom told me that I had to come. I had no other choice. For many, that's a good enough reason. I will say that because that is an important reason. Mom or dad told me that I had to come. You're here. And you're here to see three persons who have dedicated their lives to Sanatana Dharma, and other Pandits who are here dedicating their lives to Sanatana Dharma. So I feel proud tonight when I see so many Pandits who are strong in their Dharma and strong in their belief and strong in their ability to share the message of Sanatana Dharma to whatever age. So with those few words, I just would like to ask you to put our hands together and for a moment focus on that Dwadash Akshar mantra. Krishna Bhagwan, oh so beautiful in his yellow dhoti, standing, calling out to us, asking us to be a part of his life and for us to be a part of his. And Krishna Bhagwan calls us with that beautiful Basuri, that wonderful sound that beckons to us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Prem Surushi Brindavan Bihari Lal Ki Sitaram, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much, Bhayaji. Thank you very much, Panditji. He is an elder cousin to us, our bigger brother, Pandit Rohit and I. So, of course, we often refer to him as well as Bhaya. The main Yajman, of course, and the reason that we're all here, conceptualized this satsang. And I will let him share with you what was the reasoning and for him and his family, not him alone, but by extension his family, for having all of us here, and more so, of course, for spreading and sharing the word of Dharma. So I want to invite our Yajnakarta, Sri Padlo Roopnarine ji, to share, of course, some beautiful sentiments with us.
Sitaram, everybody. Before I proceed, I have my good friend here, the former CEO of Massey Stores. I'd like to say 2 words because no time against us. Please, Mr. Derek Winford.
Well, good evening, everybody. I really don't feel qualified to be standing here addressing you, but you know, my good buddy Padlo insists. that I have to say something. Although I thought he was joking on the phone and I didn't come 100% prepared. But first, let me apologize for how I look, you know. As I walked in here and I saw all the beautiful outfits, and of course the surroundings, the Pandits weren't here just yet. I said, oh my goodness, look at the extent to which Padlo has gone to do what he is doing this evening. What a tribute, you know, he is going to make today. So I apologize for how I look, and I say that because Padlo has given me 1 or 2 beautiful outfits that I could have worn, and then my wife bought one for me. So I walked in and I said, oh my goodness, you know, and I have lived next door to Hindus for 20-something years, and I have clothes that I could have worn. But anyway, be that as it may, I know I don't have much time. So what I would say is that this sacred puja gathering here reminded me a little bit, because Carnival is just over, and as a Catholic, you know, we have Ash Wednesday. And I saw the rituals, and you know, the religions, there are so many similarities. You know, I just got my ashes on Wednesday. And of course, what they say when they give you the ashes, as you may know, is from dust to dust. Dust you are, and dust you will return. Okay, that's what we say when we get, remember you are dust, and unto dust you shall return. And seeing here and giving thanks, you know, it makes you remember that you can't take any of these possessions with you, because, you know, you're going to be not here eventually. But it also reminds me of the first time I met Padlo, and I'm going to be very quick. You know, in my capacity, as he said, as CEO, he said he wanted to meet me. And I said, oh my goodness, you know, I didn't know him. And of course, you know, most people who come to see the CEO come with a problem and they want something. And I said, oh goodness, I'm not prepared. Who is this guy? Tell me about him. Why does he want to see me? But he comes into my office and he introduces himself after we set up the meeting. And, you know, he says to me, look, this is what I do. I am here to serve. I have this product, A+. It's on your shelves already, so you don't have to do anything. But I want you to know that the profits that I make, and he is a businessman, entitled to make all the profits that he wants. He says the profits that I make, a certain percentage of this goes to my charities. And I just wanted you to know that, because I don't know if anything else here on the shelf or any type of businessman or supplier operates with that philosophy. And that was about 12, 15 years ago, and not much has changed from then to now. Padlo is the most generous person, a man of humility. Of course, he's a businessman, so you know he has honesty and integrity, all right? So, you know, and the generosity that he has, you just see it here today again, and it just makes me so proud to know him, to continue to be his friend, and I hope that God blesses him tremendously and gives him all the strength to continue to do his charities and to celebrate his religion in this manner today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Derek Winford. First of all, self-prayerful. First, Om Gam Ganapatiyaya Namah, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, Om Siddhi Saraswati Mata Ay Namah. I'd like to thank our three Vyas here today, Pandit Parasram Maharaj, Pandit Abhidanand Prasad Sharma, and Navin Umarat Maharaj. When we did the first prayer in Princestown, it left a mark in everybody's mind. There isn't a place I go and abandon his face and use a guy who do the yag with three Pandits. And I made a promise to Parasram, which is the guru of the family. I told him that something big is coming. I never told him what. This is a part of what I'm talking about. And again, with your permission and your blessing and my three Pandits' blessing, I'm looking to something much bigger than this. This will be just 10% of what I'm looking at. I hope I can manage it and pull it through. Pandit Navin is not only a Pandit to me, he's a brother to me. We come from the same mother, no, apparently, you think I'm not a Brahmin, to be honest. So I consider his mother as my mother. And the only thing about her, she's not a mother alone. She's a father and mother in one. When she talked to me very stern, and she talked like my father, a few words. And I have to listen, as you know, he had to listen to 70-something years old. When she talked, you have to listen. Again, I have my Raki sister here, Pandit Parasram Maharaj, Dharma Patni. And I have a new sister, which is Pandit Abhedanan Sharama, Dharma Patni. I consider like an ex-sister. And I consider these Pandits who I know personally, and we talk on a daily basis. They don't have a night that I and him to talk. Is that he call me, I call him every night. Every night. And day before night, we was walking in the road, and he was constructing and advising and doing everything to see Sitaram Babaji, Prakash, and Sitaram. So what I'm saying here now today is that this program, what we start here today, is the beginning of something. That is why when the Parasram Maharaj start off or kick off today with this program and project, that what we're trying to achieve in the long term, because the message with Lord Krishna outside here is about consciousness and the bliss of knowledge. What we are here today is to share knowledge and continue sharing knowledge for the upliftment and development of every individual that sits among us here, from old to young, and the young ones around. That we could give something back to the community, which is knowledge, which is this priceless gem. It does sell in a supermarket shelf. So these Pandits and other Pandits here, Vishal, thank you for coming too, that these Pandits here are all well-learned Pandits, as my brother now said. So it's something that I respect, that listening to knowledgeable or knowledge Pandits, which I told Navin, we were sitting and having dinner the day before night was in, and I told him that I listened to a very old sadhu, live right in Devi, and he told me, there's where I met Pandit Parasram, he said if I have to come and listen to something doesn't make sense, he would not listen, he buy the papers. So I took that as a plus in my 10, that I am not going to listen to something not of sense. It don't make sense sitting for 2 hours. Are we not getting something back? Because I was telling you, there's a lot of effort, a lot of hard work and sweat to find the finance to do it. And when we sit and we don't gain any knowledge, or we don't give back to the public knowledge what we're really doing, it's not working. So this is one of the things that we're looking at going forward. Going forward, that Pandit Navin and Pandit Abhedanan has a job to put programs in place, which they have to find a procedure. And the both of them has a job, that the next one will be Pandit Abhedanan. And after Pandit Abhedanan, the plan is like every 6 or 7 weeks, so every 2 months, we're going to trying to have these programs on the same site, which Pandit Abhedanan might be the next, he will be the next Pandit. And then after be Navin, then he'll be my brother Dev, Baldat from Miami, and Navin will choose what he decides to do, together with consultation with Pandit Abhedanan, and we sit and we discuss it at what we think we should do. Our Avyas, Pandit Parasram, he with us, we go to him too at the same time and get his okay, the green light to proceed with what we want to do. And he's always willing, and he did tremendous amount of praise here about 2 weeks ago. The amount of praise like more than a year, and I asked myself when it's going to finish. So he went length and breadth, and he had me rolling on the ground, but my legs was getting trouble, and I'm making about 75 now, right? So it's easy for me, Rishi. Anyhow, what I'm saying here that my message to the young ones is that there's a history for my grandfather, my father, my mother, my aji, my nani, my nana. We came from Gandhi village right next door here. And I was a little boy, 10 years old. And the truck will come loaded to go Marabella market to sell. And we load, offload, sell back and come back in the night, offload Gandhi village. It's Cooleywood, but they call it Gandhi village now. And while passing here, at 10 years old, I used to sit in the truck between my Aja and my father driving, and I sit between the gear lever of the truck to get the heat of the Austin truck. So when they sit there now, it keep me warm as a young guy. And then we go to Marabella Market, and we have to offload to get an early spot. Then we come back and we load the next day to go in Ireland, otherwise. But when passing here, for my little child, I said, I want this property. That's the truth. Bhagwan Krishna is it, that's the truth. And nothing but the truth tells me the truth. And I said, I want this property. And I never told my father and my grandfather anything. I said very silently. So eventually, when I bought it from a guy who had a tailoring shop. And when I bought it from him, the lawyer said, do not make the will, the deed, sorry. And I said, why? He said, I'll give you 6 months. I'll get back to you. And he gave me $100,000 more. So I said, something wrong, that she knows something I don't know. So I said, no, I'm not selling it. And now my mother will tell me that this was her uncle one before, from Diamond right here next door. I didn't know. So it came back into the family. But I asked Lord Krishna for this. And I sit silently with myself and I said, when I'm 65 years old, I hope I could change, just like my mother, I hope I could change my life on the page, the life I want to live, which is spiritual life, and tread that pathway. And that's what I'm trying to do now. That we have 3 scores, the 4th scores is we're going by the creek after. So we are making from 1 to 65 or 60. You can't make it after, partner. You're going to make it. As Mr. Derek Winford was saying a minute ago, I was listening to him just now there. When I went for the contract, he called me the beardsman. He tell only really have a name for me. Telling he watching his beardsman. Always well dressed and walking, suit and everything. And we went to the restaurant, Tong restaurant, because we own a spot. He knows that. We own a spot in Tong restaurant at the time. But I had to go back again. And I don't think him going to. And he asked me the question on the table. He said, the line that you give me, that's how I get the contract. Where did you get that from? I said, I want to be honest with you, it wasn't my words. It was never. I'm saying it for the prayers, under the Murti, it was not my words. It was the message of Shri Krishna. Give me that message, I give it to him. And that's how I win the contract. And I told him, I said, as a little child, sitting in a home, in a broken home, the wood is there, there's crease in the wood, there's a flammo lighting, it's a windy night, a dark night. And this child is watching through the door, and she's in a rocking chair, 5 years old, here let go, not clean, waiting for a meal of food. And she's watching when she can see the shadow comes into the home that she can get a meal of food. I said, my brother, would we sit on the fence and do nothing about that? And there is where you shake my hand and how I get the contract. So I'm passing this message to you all today. Why? He's here. He could sanction what I'm saying. It's the truth and nothing but the truth. So it's the sign outside of the Lord Krishna signs. That sign will stay there as long as I'm alive. I want to keep changing the pattern, the look, keep it alive all the time. Why? He's the master of the universe. And to the younger one, along to set your mind to achieve anything in life, keep going at it. Keep your eye on the target. You are going to achieve what you have to achieve. And they go across the border. If you want to achieve something in life, set your mind. But without the master of the universe, Shri Krishna, if you don't go that way too, academic is very good. I always question academic. When you have academic knowledge and you don't have spiritual knowledge, I may be ignorant. I say don't add up. Because I might believe that spiritual knowledge make academic knowledge. That's my belief. I don't know, I may be wrong. I'm not a professor, but I sound like a professor. Rishi. So with that said, I want to acknowledge my grandfather, my Aja, my Aji, which is Chinese Roopnarine, my father, Ramli Roopnarine, Visune Roopnarine, the Dwarkas, the Nani and Nana. I want to acknowledge the family that thanks for coming, plus thanks to be a part of the family. And I wish that everybody be successful in what they're doing. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Sankhya TV, my Pandits, all my Pandits, brother. And this today must be the beginning with the Brahmins in my life that I want to see this regularly happen every 7 to 8 weeks, that we can be like brothers. Because I'm very connected to my Brahmin brothers. I love that. When I'm among them, this group of fellas here, we really go far. It's something that you wouldn't know until you're among it. Pandit Abhidanand, he's more than a brother to me too. We always in contact. We're so close that you wouldn't believe it. So again, that being said, Amar, I want to thank you for coming. Don't mind this, somebody next PA system, man. That's just a joke. And I want to thank the congregation. I want to thank my shrotas. You see the shrotas I have? There's only Brahmin around me. That is where I'm going. But I tell Abhidanand and Navin that when I die, one wish I have. One of them to do the rights, and one of them to be the Pandit. One of them to define next class. I don't know which everything, but I'm going to discuss that. Because that is the last wish asking for. Because if I'm not a Brahmin now, I hope in the next life I'll be a Brahmin. That's my wish. I always said there's only one people I envy. It's them fellas and them. Like Prakash, he'll be rattling in the radio and TV as much as I laugh. Anyhow, I'll just sing a small chant. And my daughter is here, Anuradha. My grandchildren is here, Amaya, Divi, Triya, that they're here. Amaya is a big granddaughter with Anuradha. And she did some numbers and some marks. And she got some scholarship. I did have twin, they call it what it is, but she did fantastic. And that is the godchild of Pandit Abhidanand. And I went to the Diwali Nagar site, and I saw something that was really touching. That this girl, Abhidanand is a godfather. She has no hands. And when I saw that, I watched the ability and the connection he had with her, and giving her that sort of comfort that money cannot buy, that is hope. And she's, I think, that's attorney at law. Meera Bachchan. Veera Bachchan. And that girl, I watch her sitting next to me, and I admire her. That brothers and sisters, she has no hand, but she's doing Bhagwan work. We have two hands. Who work we doing? That's the question. Who work we doing? What work we doing? Some of years, the judge is saying that he's glad to see the young ones. This is the pathway that we had to tread to bring the young ones, because when we go to the map, somebody take back over. So I'll sing a little line. And my son-in-law, Curtis, somewhere in the back, I see it in the cedars and them, which is good. I acknowledge them in the group. Radhe Radhe Govinda, O Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, O Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, O Radhe Radhe Govinda, O Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda. Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. I'll sing one line of worship song. This is Pandit Navin specialty. Hare 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 Mahadev, Hare 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 Mahadev. Hare Hare Mahadev, Har 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 Mahadev. Oh Har 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 Mahadev. Har 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 Mahadev. Har 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 Mahadev. Thank you. Thank you for the music. Thank you. Thank you, Babaji.
Thank you very much, my brother Pandit. Oh, I want to say the wrong thing there, Pandit Pablo. And jump in the gun, boy. Thank you very much, Sri Pablo. I got to say jump again. I got to say Pablo Maharaji. Thank you very much, my brother Pablo. Indeed, it's been our pleasure and the family's pleasure to have you here, as he alluded, and he shared with us his granddaughter secured an additional scholarship this year. And through her hard work and her dedication, her mom would have been his daughter that spoke early on. When she got the scholarship, he shared it with me. He said, my granddaughter won a scholarship and felt very happy. And perhaps this is some of the blessing that filters down from his grandfather. He always shared with me how hard his forebearers worked, how hard his grandfather worked, and where they came from, and his dedication, and deeply rooted to their Dharma through Pandit Ramprasad Tiwariji, his guru. He mentioned time and time again that without the late Dhari Baba's guidance, this home and family, especially his parents, they would have not had the direction that they have. So the family has a lot to celebrate, and indeed, of course, that's why we are here. I want to invite his granddaughter, Amaya. She's here, of course, to render some sentiments of gratitude. Then I'll hand over, of course, to our Vyasji.
Sitaram, everyone. As we come to the end of this sacred Lord Krishna Satsang, our hearts are heavy with emotion, yet filled with peace and devotion. Today, through prayer, bhajans, and puja, we truly felt the presence of Bhagwan Sri Krishna amongst us. These are moments that touch the soul and remind us why satsang is so precious. In gatherings like this, we reconnect not only with Bhagwan, but also with our Dharma and the path laid down by our ancestors. May the devotion we experienced here today continue to live in our hearts long after we leave this place. At this time, we offer our deepest gratitude. With folded hands, we sincerely thank our respected Pandits, whose prayers, mantras, and guidance created a divine atmosphere today. Through your seva, you brought us closer to Lord Krishna. May Bhagwan bless you all with good health, strength, and long life, so that you may continue to guide our community on the path of righteousness. We also offer heartfelt thanks to the host, my grandfather, Mr. Padlo Roopnarine, who opened his sanctuary with such love and devotion. Hosting a puja is an act of great faith and sacrifice. May Lord Krishna forever reside in your heart, give you peace, prosperity, and happiness that you truly deserve. We extend gratitude to everyone who assisted in any way, from bhajans and parasad to preparations and attendance. Every act of seva offered today was a blessing to this satsang. As we depart, let us take Lord Krishna's name with us into our homes, our work, and our daily lives. May his love guide our thoughts, his wisdom guide our actions, and his blessings protect us always. With humility and devotion, we bring this satsang to a close. Let us remember our beloved Lord one final time together. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you.
May we stand, please, for the final offering. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnagum Shanti Swaha Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayaditum Grihana Parmeshwara Shri Agni Devta Swaha Devi Sahita धूपमाचमन्यं प्रतिरताम् ॐ वनस्पतिर्सुद्भूते गन्धान् दिव्यो गन्धोत्तमम् अर्घ्यासदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिरताम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं श्री अग्नि वाहिनी जयाय दिव्ये स्वाहा ॐ शरीरारोग्यार्थं च पुत्रपौत्रादिकं तथा प्रदस्यामो न सन्देहो आरोग्यं पुष्टिवर्धनम्
ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचारूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् आरती कुञ्जविहारी की गिरिवारी कृष्ण मुरारी की आरती कुञ्जविहारी की गिरिवारी कृष्ण मुरारी की राधा रमन हरि गोविंद
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
काले वर्षतु पर्जन्य पृथ्वीशस्य शालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितो ब्राह्मणा सन्तु वेदगा नमस्त्वनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रनामिने पुरुषाय सरस्वती
गणपतिं गिरिजावृषभध्वजम् क्षणमुको नन्दी मोकदिं देवम् मनोजमालत्रिशूलमृगस्त्वचम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव. May the grace of Bhagwan Sri Krishna forever be upon Sri Padlo and his beautiful family. Oh Krishna, may your Basuri always play in our hearts, in our homes, in our lives. May you bless his beautiful grandchildren this evening, having achieved great academic success thus far. May your music continue to play in their lives and in the youths who are here tonight. Hey Krishna, may you bless the Atma, the soul of his beloved mother and his beloved father, Aja and Aji, Nana, Nani. हे कृष्ण, आपको हम कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करते हैं प्रभु. Millions of times we bow at thy lotus feet again and again.
Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति। बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, गजानंद स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय।
Pandit Parasram ki jai.
Thank you, Bhaiya. It is really a pleasure and an honor to be able to sit amongst you and to be amongst you. God's richest blessings to all of you for being here and having the privilege to be in this cherished moment. May God shine His grace and blessings upon all your families, far and near, and may your home be filled with unity, peace, bliss, health, progress, prosperity, and all that you need to make life journey a pleasant one. God blessings to all of you.
Thank you very much, Panditjis. My dear friends, our Pandits, we will remain seated for a bit with your families. Me and Yajman wants to come to you individually. Shatrupa Sesnarayan is here, and they will members of group, thank you so much for your wonderful music and renditions this evening. Shatrupa Sesnarayan is here, and she will do beautiful, she's one of our teachers, and she will continue to do beautiful bhajans for you. For those of you who are here, all specially invited guests, the serving area is just facing me, so it tortures me, but it is just facing me and it is behind you. You are invited to take a walk around, see, take some pictures, look at what Mr. Roopnarine is doing here. He's trying to establish, of course, a beautiful place, so feel free to move around, look at the place. Pandits, as I mentioned, you will remain seated, and of course you will be led to the dining area, to your dining area. Thank you so much. I leave you in the capable hands now, of course, for Satrupaji and her wonderful group of musicians. To our tune house this evening, Roop, and to Vishnu, of course, we want to say God's blessings and thank you so much. Jai Shri Ram.
यमुना तट राधा वांसी तट मोहन यमुना तट राधा वांसी तट मोहन जय राधे जय कृष्णा जय हो वृंदावन जय राधे जय कृष्णा जय हो वृंदावन यमुना तट राधा वांसी तट मोहन यमुना तट राधा वांसी तट मोहन जय राधे